Hey Mark, I'm interested in the cost to businesses when they employ a salesperson who isn't the correct person for the job.
Yeah, it's a great question, and it costs companies, depending on the size of the company, it can cost, hundreds of thousands. For larger businesses, it can be millions. For multinationals, it can be tens and tens of millions.
Well, there's a few layers there, isn't there? Because they're not going to fit in the team.
Yeah.
They've also got all the stakeholders and then the customers as well.
Yeah, that's right. And it's not only that, it's that and more with lost opportunity, lost revenue, the culture that the wrong person who's not successful in that role brings to that business. It's the money that they will spend giving them product training, the time to recruit that person, the time to onboard that person. So the costs can add up to $60,000, $70,000, $80,000.
Huge amounts of money. So how do companies get it right? Like, if you're looking for a salesperson, what is it, or even sales manager, what is it that they need to look for?
Yeah, so I believe it's getting the right person for the right role, in the right demographic, selling the right product, and giving them the right development, both product knowledge and professional development, so that they can launch and be successful. I actually don't think that there's such thing as a bad salesperson. I just think that they're actually in the wrong role, selling the wrong product in the wrong demographic. And if you use psychometrics, you can easily find out whether that person is suitable against the job description. Okay? And what people do is they go on gut feeling, they go on the resume, they go on past performance in the other companies, but they don't actually understand the world of psychometrics.
Well, it's interesting because when I'm working with businesses, often what I find is that the person recruiting, or the sales manager, or even maybe the owner, recruits someone into the role that they like, so they end up with the same. So if you've got all hunters on the team and no salesperson building the relationship, that can be just as much as a problem of having everybody who's building the relationship and no hunters. So it's understanding the different types of salespeople and making sure that you don't just employ because as humans, we go, I like you, so therefore you come on board. But if we've got the same, what's the word I'm looking for? Same traits or the same skills, then that can be a problem because you have a team of everybody doing the same thing, not a diverse team being able to really go out and play to their strengths.
Yeah. Always keep coming back to the job description, and is this person from a psychometric profile a fit, and try and remove the guesswork out of it. And as a sales manager or a business owner, I think it's important that they get educated around using psychometrics, and there are many great psychometric profiles around the world. But if we're not learning how to use those as a tool, an instrument, a dashboard, we then go on gut feeling and what you said, he's match and mirroring me, I like him.
I see this all the time in business, and they have everybody in the company who are all the same profile, and therefore there's massive gaps in the in the business because everybody's strength is the same.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me, we can't afford to do psychometric reports. I say, well, you can't afford not to, because when you
it's a small cost.
It's a small custom scheme of it. I've seen, especially in small businesses, where they've gone and put on a salesperson, and they call me 7 months down the track and say, "Hey, Mark, this person's not performing. Can you train them?" And I'm like, whoa, just a second. Let's actually do what you probably should have done at the start: examine their mind and make sure that they are fit for the role. Because now you've spent, wages, 30, 40, 50,000.
But you're already a long way into the investment.
Behind. You've lost opportunity. You're damaging your brand with a person that potentially is not the right fit. and then now you're asking me to train them, and training doesn't work unless we have adapted behaviours on our traits. So we want to.
You need the right people on your team
from day one, and you got to invest and go, okay, if I get it wrong, it could cost me $100,000. If I, get a psychometric profile, then maybe I'm going to save myself $100,000.
Absolutely, and have the right person in the job, because it's no fun for that person either. No. I mean, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. I always say to people, wherever you're naturally hardwired, that's where you want to be for that role.
Absolutely.
And the more you can educate people about how they're hardwired, then they'll understand why they're not going to be successful in this, if it was hypothetically a hunter sales role, but they may be, great in a territory management role selling Coca-Cola products in Townsville, as opposed to in the Sydney hustle and bustle, knocking on doors, cold calling, and they'll never be successful. And you can give them all the training in the world you want, but they're not going to get you the result.
No. Absolutely. So the key learning here is to make sure that you do that in the recruitment stage, not 7 months down the track.
Yeah, exactly. Whether you're using a recruiter, whether it's your HR manager, whether you're a business owner doing it yourself, you need to learn this kind of stuff. So
understand. You want a round peg in a round hole.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't, and you get it wrong, the cost can be huge.